The question of the day is, does every company out there need to have an online social media presence? That's the question we're going to be addressing today in this video, and I'm going to give you my answer at the end of this video today. So I want to welcome you to the channel Dreamers Pro. Let's get into the content. Backstory. Let me give you a backstory. So I recently started working in a logistics firm, okay? And I also spent some time working in a gym. Family owned, but now I'm spending more time in a logistics firm, and at this current company they do a lot of things regarding leasing vehicles, manpower, stuff like this for logistics for all companies, which is great. And the company has different segments in which they generate revenue for themselves, which is also great. So I came in, and coming from the States and also coming from the online world where I have a lot of experience, me and my partner Marco. One of the first things I wanted to look at their internet presence. So the first place I went to was their website, and I saw that the website wasn't very strong. So I spoke to some of the managers at the company, and they didn't really seem too disturbed by it, which was alarming to me. Then I looked at the Instagram, or they're on Facebook, virtually no presence at all. Then I went to the most important place, which was LinkedIn. Went to LinkedIn, didn't see anything to write home about. So when I got there, I told some of the managers, I said, hey, look, you guys are doing really well, but it turns out that you can be doing a lot better, because you may not be aware of it, that a lot of your customers, you may be getting them within your current city or your current country, but there are a lot of customers out there in the world at large that you're missing out on just because they can't find you, number one, or number two, you're not presentable. Grant Cardone always says this thing where he says, how can I do business with you if I don't know you? And it is absolutely true. How can you get that girl's phone number if you never introduce yourself to her? If she doesn't know you exist, there's no way you're going to be able to make that contact. Same thing here. So I spoke to some of the managers, and they said, look, we want to be doing more press releases and all of this, but we don't really know how to go about it. So I told them, I said, hey, look, this is my strategy, and this is what I think that we can do. But I noticed that some people were still dragging their feet on the issue. And then it made me realize that these guys may not necessarily understand the importance of having an online presence. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video today. I'm going to be talking about the importance of any business. I don't care what business you're in. Okay, virtually any business needs to have an online presence. The first reason is everyone today is online on their cell phones. That is the first reason. All of your customers in this world, wherever you are online. They're on their phones, they're surfing the web, they're on Instagram, they're on Google, they're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're on LinkedIn. Wherever it is, they're there. That's the first thing. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, we're a logistics company. What is the reason for us to be on Facebook or for us to be on Instagram or anything like this? Well, first of all, Caterpillar is on Instagram, believe it or not. Dangote Group is also on Instagram. Now you may be saying, but these are not where they're going to get their customers. You may be right, but the difference is what they're doing is they're branding. Branding is what they're doing. You see, it's the same thing that CocaCola does. Okay, you may not even drink Coca-Cola, but if you see it enough, you may get to some point in the future where you get thirsty and you want a soda, and the first thing that's going to come into your mind, they're going to say, you want some Coca-Cola? And you're like, okay, I know some Coca-Cola. Now, why would you agree to that? The only reason you're agreeing to that thing is because you know about that company. If they mention a company that you've never heard of, chances are you're not going to want to patronize that business. It's the same thing when you go out to certain places that you buy foods from, or you buy, your clothes from, or your shoes from. If you're not familiar with that brand, it's going to be very difficult for you to do business with them. What's going to have to happen is you're going to need a go-between. You're going to need someone that's actually done business with that company before and have them tell you, hey, look, they're good to go. Same thing with doctors. I want to go to the doctor, but I haven't heard anything about them. Oh, okay, I've been there before. Yeah, they're good, right? You're going to end up in that realm, which is not where you want to be as a business. You want to be synonymous in most people's eyes. So I told them, I said, the first thing is we need to do a complete rebranding We're going to take a whole bunch of new images of this entire facility, and we're going to get a website that is state of the art, that is comparable to any website, any logistics company in the world today. That if you look at their website, ours is going to be at the same standard. That's the first thing. The second thing we're going to update is our LinkedIn. Okay, because there may be many people out there, a lot of great talent out there, they may be actually wanting to work for us, but for the simple fact that they can't really find us on LinkedIn, or when they get there, the page looks a little bit dodgy, they're gonna be like, I don't necessarily know if I want to do business with these guys, or if I want to apply to this company, because they don't even look presentable. Okay, who wants to work for a company that they didn't even like the way that the company presents itself? That's the next thing. The other thing we're going to do is what I'm telling them, we're going to do branding. We're going to brand ourselves. We're going to brand ourselves. If any of you watch CNN, I think it's CNN World, or World CNN is different from the CNN that we get in the States, that you get in the States. Excuse me, World CNN. You see a lot of commercials from companies such, for example, let's take an indigenous company to Nigeria, Dangote Group, which, for those of you who don't know, Aliko Dangote is the richest African black person in the world. It's his company. He does cement, sugar, food, all of these different things. And he has commercials running on CNN. And you may be saying to yourself, why in the hell would he have commercials on CNN? It's simple, because some company out there somewhere, some person who watches CNN may see this company and say, there exists such a business in so-and-so place that we can do business with. Let's contact them. It is that simple, and that's the reason why. You may not see a direct return on your investment up front. You may say, okay, we're spending $100 or $200 a month and we're not seeing anything. Yes, initially you won't, but over time, as your name grows and you become more popular and more famous, then eventually customers will start coming in. And that was my message to them, and that's my message to you. If you're an entrepreneur, business owner, whoever you are, if you work in a company, whoever you are, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you have to understand the importance of branding and having an online presence. I'm not talking about Instagram models. I'm not talking about selling drinks or selling abs. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that are in a legitimate company business that are looking to expand globally. The only way for you to have a global footprint, short of having offices all around the world, is to be on the internet so people can see you, get in their faces. So that was my message to them. That's my message to you. It is paramount for all of us to brand ourselves really well, be on the internet. If you're a business, come up with a marketing budget, set aside $100, $200, $1,000, whatever it is. Get someone that's experienced in using all of these different marketing tools, Google AdWords, Facebook marketing, and all these different things. The name escapes me at the moment. Get someone that knows how to do all this, LinkedIn, and have them do that for your company. Forget about how much money you're going to be making back. Think about your brand. You're building a brand, and that's how you increase the net worth of your company when you have a brand. It is critical. Go ask Grant Cardone about it. Grant Cardone has an internet business that's going to generate him $40 million, according to him, this year. $40 million on his internet business. Granted, his online platform, whatever it is. And he said, last year we're spending about $500,000 a month. I'm trying to figure out how can we spend $1 million every month on marketing. You should be looking to increase your spending for promotion and advertising yourself. So every company out there, it is absolutely essential that you have an online presence. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is strictly for business people and anyone else looking to start a business or brand yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment below. If you have any disagreements with me, I'll be more than happy to get into it with you and just talk about it and share some ideas. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Wishing you a great day. This is Charles here. Peace.